We are live coming here with a brand new Stir the Pod podcast show. I'm your host Trevor, and tonight we are joined by Andy. Andy, how you doing tonight?
What up? What up?
And it's just us, the two-man crew. What else is new? The Alliance, maybe the strongest alliance this season. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
I don't know which one is the strongest alliance, but I know I'm a part of it.
God, watch it. And we are here, episode, what is it, 17? Episode 17 of the challenge. What is the season called? Battle for a New Champ. I mean, here we are, 17 episodes down. We made it, Andy. All I can say is we made it. We're at the finale. I'm a little fired up. This is the one season in the past 10 seasons, I would say, that the back half is better than the rest of the season.
Yeah. Back quarter.
Okay, that's fair. I said like the last 5 episodes.
I said back half.
Yes, it's like you're on the back 9.
Because let's not overlook like the typical mid-season lull that you get in any season. This is clearly the worst season there's been.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the whole the 60% in the middle, you have like 20 on the front, 20 on the back. The 60% in the middle was like claw your eyes out bad.
Yeah. It was, I mean, we were in limbo, Andy. We don't even remember it. It was bad.
True.
Huh?
I said true, but we made it. We're here. The only thing, and I mean, we'll dive into everything, but the only thing that's not making me like fired up about this, like we got the final starting, we're here, we made it through all this shit, but like, I just hate all these people. I really do. So like, am I fired up? We're going into a final. Yes. Like, am I excited about anybody winning it? Like, no, not really. I'm honestly like, don't even think it's going to be that entertaining just because the people left, they suck.
Let me go this route with you. Are you more excited to crown a challenge champ or for the season to be over?
Not even a question.
Exactly. So, I mean, we all know what Andy was going to say there.
Yes, I want this shit to be over.
Yes.
Very clear.
Okay, before we keep going and just let this completely off the rails, tonight's episode, what'd you think?
I mean, it was good. When they have this format, like I think of we've had 3 episodes with this format now. I think it was my least favorite of the 3, but again, it's probably more so because like this whole episode, the cast kind of sucked. But it was good. It was exciting. The daily was obviously like very important. It looked very Mario Party-esque. Which seems to be a recurring theme for the challenge these days, but give me more. The deliberation, like there was like, the problem is like I say there's not much to it, even though they made a big deal of it, but I really don't think there was much to it. And then the elimination was good as well. So like again, with a format like this, it makes having this shitty of a cast still a good episode.
Yeah. Let me go this route with you, and I don't want to jump too far ahead, but the elimination and the kind of the format of this game, if this format was the entire rest of the season, like a complete season, would that be one of the better seasons, you think?
Mm-hmm.
If we knew day one, this is the format, one person eliminated, like maybe we start out with 40 people, 20 guys, 20 girls.
No. Keep going, but cut that part out.
What do you mean?
If we start off with the amount that we have like a 12 episode season. Why do you want to fit this into like a 20 episode?
No. Every episode, 3 people go home. You got the daily going home and then 2 people in the elimination. So you got 3 people. So if you have 10 episodes, there's 30 people eliminated. Then you're at the finale. Like, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. So 12-ish gets
the only tweak I would make to that format is I do prefer in this elimination 3 people go in, 2 people come back. I personally don't like the 2 people get sent home, but I'm glad that they did it this way because like we were on episode like 14 with like 16 people left, and it was like you got to be yanking my dick off.
Well, what if it had some twist where you go into elimination and it's exactly how it has? It's like you got a first place, you had a second place, and you have a third place. Third place automatically eliminated. The first place person picks up a dagger and it says one person's going home or two people going home. So the second place person has
Ooh.
What about something like that?
I mean, I ain't mad at that.
So you're still battling it out for second place. Third, you're obviously automatically eliminated. But even if you get second, you don't know.
Ooh.
Is that very interessante?
It is. It's kind of like bananas taking the money and run.
God. Or you throw another dagger and you can choose to save that person or not. Could you imagine like two friends in an elimination and you're like, bye-bye? I mean, that would be very very chaotic.
That'd be very conquest.
God. What are we on right now? Is it Conquest?
Yes.
God. All right. So let's dive in tonight's episode. Episode starts, Nerys coming back to the house. Everybody's like, you gotta be yanking my dick off. How did she come back out of Horacio and Kylan, my man? Like, it was kind of wild, the fact that she made it out of those two. Because going into that elimination, and I wasn't on last week, sorry about that. I probably would have put her third going into that elimination. I probably would have done Horacio 1, Kylan 2, and Nerys 3. And even still, like, Kylan and Horacio, very minus 110, I feel like, in that elimination. Like, I could see both sides winning. I'd probably Nerys at, like, plus 295, plus 300.
Well, I'll tell you what the actual line was.
Ooh.
It was Horacio, because, again, you've got three options. So minus 110 is not an option. Horacio was plus 110. Kylan was plus 160. And Nerys was plus 375.
Yeah. So, I mean, it shocked me, her winning. And then I couldn't even imagine what the house was thinking. And one more thing I want to touch about the episode before. I think I was listening to you guys. You weren't a fan of the little, like, who was it? Kylan comes in first into the house, and like Horacio kind of like stayed back out in the yard, like just let him talk for about 20 minutes. I kind of bulged at that.
No, I don't think I disliked it. I thought it was kind of smirky. It was like they were trying to pull this prank, and the next thing you know, everybody's like crying, and I can't believe this happened. And then Horacio just,
hey guys. I thought it was awesome. RIP Ed from the Circle too. I mean, such a shame. Me and Andy, we loved Ed. So, all right, back on track this episode.
If only you were actually on the episode last week to talk about it.
I mean, hand up, my fault. All right, moving on. Nerys comes back to the house. Nerys, I think one of the most badass things, she comes in and basically says the old West line, like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool, fuck you, but literally says it to everyone, which I like. I mean, she's a person who has no alliance anymore, and she's just like, I don't know you anything. So I either win or I'm going into elimination. So
yeah. And there was really no reason for her not to do that. Like, there was no reason for her not to come in guns hot. It's not like she's going to piss people off or put a target on her back. It was just like a kind of cold-blooded, like, it's me versus all of you. Fuck you guys.
I love that. And that's what I want to see more of in the challenge. Like, you don't really see that anymore, kind of that guns blazing, like pissing people off. But she had a right to be. So, like, fair play to her. After Nerys comes in the house, one thing I want to talk about, maybe the cringiest moment of this season. The whole Jay dance with the chest bump or whatever you want to call that. I mean, I know we are a broken record here at Stir the Pot. I know we bring up a lot of jokes that are very repetitive and everything like that. Oh, can we get Tony Raines back? Oh, Fresh Meat 3, all this stuff. The only one that I think we can truly stand by, all seriousness, all jokes aside, fuck Jay. He is the worst person for this show. He is a weasel. Oh my God, he is the worst. That little dance thing, oh my God, that's up with the Sway Lee blanket thing. Like, it is just out of control bad. Andy, thoughts?
It was really bad. I mean, I feel like we get on here every week and we talk about one way or another that Jay just looked like a little bitch and he pissed everyone off, and he sucks. Like, that's the most recurring theme of this whole season was fuck Jay. He sucks. And it's like in so many different ways, like him being like a snake and like trying to play the victim card, which he's done both of those all year. And then it's shit like that dance. And it's just like, Jay just needs to get shoved in a locker. Someone like Zach needs to be on a season with Jay. Jay needs to do one of his little bullshit things or say some dumb shit. And then Zach just needs to shove him in a locker.
I mean, what has he done this season?
Nothing.
Like, and that's my thing. Is like, if he was winning dailies constantly, winning eliminations, okay, maybe fair play. You can say whatever the fuck you want. He's done nothing. And I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I want to bring this up now. During the elimination or the deliberation, you had Jay, Emmanuel, Mariah, Colleen, Berna, and Corey. Not one of those people have seen an elimination this year. Every single person sitting on that couch didn't see an elimination this season. I mean, that's a joke. Like, come on.
It almost like makes you want the skull twist back.
Yes.
Which I feel like while it happened, we were excited, but they really botched like the actual performance of it. And I feel like the skull twist was awful. But it eliminates like this shit from happening. And guess what? Now we're going into literally the final, and we're looking around like, are you serious? Are these the idiots going to the final?
We have one person in the final that has seen an elimination. One.
Norris?
Yeah. That's it. Nobody else has seen an elimination.
That's so bad.
Like, are you kidding me?
Colleen?
Oh, maybe Colleen did. Shit, did I forget about that? Yeah, she did. Right? No, she was voted in. I don't think she went in.
A bunch.
I don't think she went in for an elimination.
You might be right. I can't remember her beating somebody.
That it would have been during that limbo time where our brain was all mumbo jumbo.
Just mumbo jumbo.
So, I mean, the J dance, whatever you want to call it, I mean, it is just one of the most embarrassing things to come out.
You know, Trev, and I don't want to be like spend too much time on Jay, but I know you and Alex, running the STP Twitter account, are more in tune with the challenge Twitter sphere. Sorry, X sphere. Is Jay well liked by fans? Because I obviously follow STP at stir_the_pod or stir.the.pod. I don't know. But like all of our OWLs who listen and respond to us on Twitter all think like us. And it's all, fuck Jay. Jay's a bitch. Get him off my screen. Is that like, I hope that's like common across the rest of X, formerly Twitter. Do you know?
So I think what I'm going to do right now, can you remind me, can you set a reminder in 40 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever? I'm going to tweet out right now, is Jay a good challenge competitor? And I'm going to make it a poll.
Okay.
Is that a fair thing to say? Or how should I word it?
Yeah, can you like hashtag the challenge 39 or something? Because again, like I think the OWLs are all sane, reasonable people. But I'm more so thinking like, is Jay viewed as someone a lot of people want to see back? Because I fucking hope not.
I just tweeted it right now. We are now live on at Stir the Pod, not .pod or whatever Andy was saying.
Did I get it wrong twice?
You got it wrong twice.
Awesome.
I literally end every single episode with the handle, and it's wrong. At Stir the Pod, straight up, nothing else. So we are now live officially. So no votes so far. So I will keep you guys updated with that. All right. So after Jay's dance, we kind of had Olivia come in and talk to Norris, apologize, which, I mean, she messed up. And I know you and Alex talked about it last week. One of the most boneheaded decisions in challenge history.
Yeah.
Like, do you realize you could have eliminated 2 people from the other alliance? Like, you probably could have eliminated Jay last week and maybe Michelle.
Yeah. And then they would have the numbers for today's episode, and then they'd be able to send 2 more from the Rat Pack home.
Yeah.
And then guess what? With the amount of people going to the final, she could have easily made the final with Olivia, Norris, Horacio, and Kylan. Easily.
And I misspoke there. I didn't mean last week. I meant more this week. They could have voted them in and win, because correct me if I'm wrong, Jay won last week's daily.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they
Yeah.
couldn't vote in Jay and Michelle.
But
they
get
could
rid
have
of
voted- Yeah, 2 members of the Rat Pack last week,
Yeah.
and then Jay and Michelle this week.
Smirk. Oh, that was a good one, Mikey. But yeah, I mean, one of the dumbest votes ever. But talking about the apology, I mean, why? I just don't get Olivia for the apology. Like, there's nothing you can come back from after doing what you did. Like, you literally sent her home.
She sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those moments where it was like, all right, is Olivia one of these new age people who will still like make decisions for like her actual friends? And I hate using the term friends because Jay and Michelle have just ruined it because they're quote unquote friends with everyone in the house, and it's just fucking stupid. But like, you had the ability to make a fucking power move. You had all the power. Michelle served it up to you on a silver platter. And she keeps saying, well, my back was against the wall. I wasn't safe. Once Michelle said her name, she is safe.
Yeah.
Period. So then she can do whatever she wants. And like, especially like, you don't make a move like that in episode 2 or episode 3, but that was episode 16 or 15. I don't remember. It's like, that's when you make a move to save your people, when you're like that close to being done with the bullshit. And she just totally just turtle shelled.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, Michelle.
Terrible move. Then there was kind of the talks of this all-girl final, which honestly, looking at the cast list at the time, an all-girl final, I'm all in for that. I hate all the guys left. There's not one guy on the season that I want. Emmanuel, Corey, and is that it? And Jay. I don't want any of those guys to win. If anybody, I'm choosing Corey, and then it probably goes Emmanuel, and then a blank spot, and then Jay.
They all suck. It's tough for me to even power rank them because I think they're all huge little bitches.
Yeah. So I think this podcast is team girl champ for sure. And I don't understand, like, and this was leading into the daily. And let's just talk about the Daniel, the daily right now. 10 people, King of the Hill style. You're just kind of on this little like hamster wheel hanging on for dear. I can't even speak anymore.
Dear Lord.
So you're hanging on. What do you think? What did you think about this? You had 3 rounds of it. You had all 10. Then you had a losers and a winners bracket. What did you think?
I liked it. The very first heat seemed very
Mario Party-esque.
chaos / conquesty. But once you got it into the 5 and 5, and whoever won was the winner, and whoever lost the second heat was the loser, I was all in.
Mm-hmm.
And that was also like a good way to do it, where it's not, last person to complete a puzzle wins, or last person to do something where like you just might not be able to do it wins. It was literally like, you hold on, you have full like control over how you finish and who wants it more.
The only thing I would have said that would have made this better, if you were allowed to push and stuff, like knock people off. Like if it was a little more spread out, that you could just kind of just like push.
Or if whoever was watching in the separate heats could like throw water balloons or like spray water at them. We've seen that
Ooh,
before.
I do love that. I'm thinking of like the one when they're above water. I don't think we've ever seen that before. When they're above water and they're on these little platforms. I think it was Battle of the Exes too, the one where Wes goes home, where they all like turn with them with the balls and they just all look at once and they just like chuck it and it hits him in like in the back of the head and he falls. Like if we had something like that, I think it'd be kind of fun.
I agree.
Yeah. So from the first heat, the all 10 people, the losers out of that were Colleen, Michelle, Olivia, Mariah, and Emmanuel. Which no, I don't really think that much that any surprises, right?
No.
Yeah. So and then the winners of that first group heat were Corey, James, Jay, Nerys, and Berna. So let's talk about the winners first. Um, Corey, James, Jay, Nerys, Berna. Who out of those group winners only? What are the odds? Give me the odds.
I mean, I would say in terms of just favorite to least favorite, probably James, Jay, Berna, Corey, Nerys.
Okay.
But I mean, it's tough to say that when Berna's going on her little, oh, I'm in the circus. Like this is what I do for fun. Yeah, no shit, you're in the circus. She literally looks like she's in the circus and acts like she's in the circus. Just an absolute freak and has no actual social interaction. Her best friend's probably like a doll.
I mean, come on. So, Berna wins that heat. To Andy's point, she's in the circus. This is kind of up her alley, but good for her. Problem is, Berna sucks. She's
She's
another
awful.
person. Just one of the worst people of the season. Who was her partner last season?
Emmanuel?
Yeah, it was. Like, I don't know. Just it just brings us back to the point, and I know we're a broken record. Why are these people on this show? Like, you're telling me these are the best people we get for this show. If only there was a way we could
Watch
get
it.
a season to bring in, new competitors, something fresh where, these people are brand new, fresh meat maybe, and just new to the challenge. Maybe for the third time. I don't know. I think Alex would be in. I think I would be in. I think Adam Meadows. I think Duffy. I think Mikey the Doctor. All these other people would be all in. But I don't know. Andy, you don't seem all in for that, but it's all
Watch
good.
it.
We'll leave it at that. So, like we said, Berna wins. Losers bracket. We had Colleen, Michelle, Olivia, Mariah, Emmanuel. Before this started, who did you think was going home?
Colleen.
Okay. I think I was leaning, and I think I was thinking it was going to be Olivia.
She looked like she struggled. Wasn't she the first one gone in the first heat?
Yeah, she just never I don't know. She just looked bad, and not bad in a good way.
No,
But
I agree. But here's the thing, like of all 10 of those people, the only outcome that I wanted was Nerys to win it all.
yes,
Like I didn't care about anyone going home. I didn't care about anyone else winning aside from Nerys. I'm just Nerys or bust at this point.
I guess you're busting then.
Sure.
All right, so Michelle gets eliminated, falls off first. GG's to the Puppet Master. Michelle leaving. What do you think about her season this year? Liked her, hate her, want to see her back? I know you were big on her last year. I feel like this year, I don't know. I want to hear your opinion.
I mean, I like Michelle, and she kind of talked about it when she was going home. I don't like her in this kind of format. I don't like her when it's all a bunch of people who think she's very smart and just do every fucking thing she says. I don't like that. I like the Michelle who's trying to wheel and deal, but there's still other like social players in the house. And like she's going against them because like Michelle in this type of format was like unbearable. I hated her this season. I really did. It was just her and Jay in this fucking Bonnie and Clyde bullshit role. And I think it did neither of them any favors. I disliked both of them significantly more than I did going into this season. I now can't fucking stand Jay. I think he sucks. I'm not quite at the same point with Michelle, but like, holy shit, she went down quite a few pegs on my book. She's still bad, but now she's just kind of bad.
God. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I just can't believe she's running this game. Like
I know.
you throw one or two vets in this, like it's not even close.
Here's the thing, Trev. The two people running this game were Jay and Michelle. They both fucking suck.
And
Like, bring me back to the days of Wes or Bananas or CT or Kenny or you name it. The people running the house. What did they all have in common? They fucking won. Like, yeah, they were also like political masterminds and would do like schemes and all this shit. But at the end of the day, they won. And that's why people followed them.
yeah.
Nowadays, people are just blindly following these two idiots.
Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like the two people that MTV kind of forced down our throats, Big Brother, both of them, correct me if I'm wrong. Michelle was Big Brother, right?
Survivor.
Survivor? I thought she was Big Brother. I don't know why. Sorry. I feel like the two people, though, Josh Martinez and Michelle for the female, both 10 seasons combined, 0 finals.
That's so bad. And that's again, when you get people for what they bring from an entertainment perspective, you lose the competitive aspect of this show. And this whole show was built on competitive. It was road rules, real world, who's better between the two.
Yeah.
It was all built on competition and competitiveness, and now it is totally lost track, and it's just another fucking version of like Big Brother.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm smirking at the comment by Alex Burge. Oh, sorry, not Alex Burge. It's below Alex Burge. Mikey the Doctor. Can you imagine Big Easy and Anissa running the house back in the day? Like, seriously, like, could you imagine back in that era, like, if those clowns were running the show? Like, if that happened, Mikey, the show wouldn't still be on. It'd be canceled. Like,
Yes.
maybe 10 seasons ago. like, it's just, it's crazy to me. It really is. Like, is this the best we got? Like, are you serious?
It's bad.
God. I've been thinking more and more about this season. What if the challenge champ came in and won? What if they stayed in the game? I know this is completely random. How much different do you think the game would have been?
What do you mean?
So, like, during those eliminations during chaos, if CT won, he stays in the game. How much different would this game have been?
It would have been who was the first one? Jordan?
Yes.
Did Jordan win or lose?
He won.
It from that moment on, game would have changed.
Yes.
Because he would have realized, because at that point in time, the Rat Pack of like Colleen and Emmanuel and a bunch of other idiots were still like getting voted in and still like who Jay and Michelle were targeting. He would have said, wait a minute, so you got voted in and you got voted in, so we need to vote together. And these other, like Kyle and Horacio, we need to vote together. And literally within 30 minutes, Jay and Michelle would have been outnumbered.
Yeah. It's just something I'm like, damn, I wish we would have gotten that or something. It's just, and that's the thing. Golden Christopher Sutton, interesting name. It is a shitty season, and it's just like, why are they putting this crap out? Are they really just that desperate to get to season 40? Like,
well, and what just drives me nuts is like over the past 3 years, maybe it's been either veterans who are way too old, who aren't going to be able to like sustain being on the challenge again, and the new faces they're putting in are fucking terrible, who also can't sustain the challenge moving forward. So like going into like 2 years, like if you were to think like 3 years from now, what would your dream cast be? There's very few people on the short list who could realistically do the challenge in 3 years and who you would also want to see. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, no, absolutely. But I just feel like there's so many chips forward for season 40. And if it's a bust, like,
It could be done.
I mean,
Or just bring us in as consultants to save the show.
honestly, I mean, I think we could develop a better cast in a month. You give us these numbers, you give us the titles, a month tops, we can get season 40 back on the tracks.
Easily.
It's like I don't know, Andy. I feel like the train after I don't even want to give Dirty 30 that much credit. At Dirty 30, the train was at the station. Season 31 comes around. The train has completely flipped over. It has stayed on the ground for the past 9 seasons. They need us to lift the train back. We need to get back on the fucking tracks.
Agreed.
So, I mean, I saw some people in the chat, Andy. They want your guy. They want you to bring back your guy. Do you think you'll ever bring back your guy, Fezzi?
Watch it. If we were making a cast list, Kenny would be the first person I reach out to.
Really?
First person.
Let me go this route with you. Regardless of the cast, regardless of the format, you bring Kenny back. Is he the favorite to win?
100%.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay. What did we talk about last? We talked about the All-Girl Alliance,
Yep.
the German Alliance, the Berna and Colleen Alliance, Mini Alliance, very
And
German,
Emmanuel.
Podolsky, I just feel like it's a Podolsky, Gomez, maybe Marco Marin dynamic.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. Philip Lahm, Neuer. It's just a good alliance that they have. So moving forward, the deliberation. So we kind of already said Berna saves. Who was the first person she saved? Corey, who then saved Colleen, who then saved Emmanuel, then Mariah, and then Mariah. No, then Jay, then Mariah. Sorry. So no really surprises there. And then we had our bottom three, which our bottom three were Nerys, Olivia, and James. Obviously, going into this elimination, Nerys got to be the favorite, I feel like, out of those three. She's done it twice already. She knows the format. She gets it. What did you think of the bottom three? And then I also want to hint on what did you think about the whole Jay versus Nerys blow up as well?
So I think it was in order probably Nerys the favorite, James is second, Olivia's third. She's good at these. She knows what she's doing. She's smart. She's athletic. She's good. Like I saw her win like fairly easily tonight, and it was like she could fucking do it. And I really want her to. But yeah, then that whole blow up, I mean, Jay's just such a little bitch. It seemed like Nerys was trying to plot and scheme, but at the same time, Jay's been going after her whole alliance this whole time. It's literally like he was just playing the victim card all fucking night, and it drives me nuts. You were doing nothing to help me. You weren't working with me. Jay, you were literally going after my alliance the entire time.
Yeah.
He's just such a crybaby. He's probably an only child, would be my guess. Because if anything doesn't go his way, he cries and throws a little bitch fit. And unfortunately, these other fucking idiots on the show just give him whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad when even Teach called you out.
Yeah.
And, Andy's been on the record, Teach getting a little soft, which I agree. Him calling out Jay, great moment tonight. Like, you were literally crying last week that Nerys was going in. Not even a week later, like, I think the challenge is like every 2 days or 3 days. Like 3 days later, you're throwing her in.
He's the worst. He's the worst.
Crazy to me. All right, so the elimination, like we already said, Nerys picking up the dub. She knocks out, I think it was 3-1 to 0. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I
3
think
flags
so.
first, then 1, then 0 for James with 1 and Olivia with 0. So,
Right.
I mean, great showing from Nerys. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's kind of the episode. We kind of go back to the house. Everybody's kind of like pissed. I love how we get a 1 minute of Mariah just bawling about James leaving the house. But yeah, I mean, and then we're here. We're at the finals. We made it, Andy. We made it.
We made it. And this really is like, it's sad to say, but it's probably like the least excited I've been for the final.
You know, you say that, but all my chips are down on Nerys winning. If she wins this season, I don't want to say be saved. I do not want to say be saved. I still think the season's limbo level. If Nerys wins this season, we're out of limbo. I will say that on the record. We are out of limbo. It's not a great season, but it's not a limbo season. It might be a bad season.
It's a terrible season.
If Nerys wins, though, it's either limbo or bad.
Trev, we were legitimately in limbo.
Yes.
For like 2 months, watching the challenge was worse than work, like my actual job.
This is your job.
I know, my other job, my side job.
God, okay, just making sure. It's just like this season, Andy, and we can talk about it on the season recap. Honestly, you know what we should do on the season recap? We should rank the last 15 seasons.
Or last 10, maybe, from Dirty 30 on.
Yeah, in honor of the season 30s era, because now we're going to season 40. I kind of told you that. I mean, this one has to be last. I don't think there's a competition.
No, I think it's last for all seasons.
Oh, come on.
I think it's worse than Bloodlines. I really do.
God. Bloodlines. That was bad.
I saw a clip, and let's use this as a transition because one thing we've kind of wrapped up the episode a little bit, but one thing we haven't touched on that me and Alex touched on last week was the home turf. Did you watch Cara Maria's?
No, I did not. Did you?
I did. You know, this is my job, unlike others. But I'll just save you the time. Don't watch it.
Oh, come on.
It was very, as I always say, más o menos.
Oh my god.
Very boring. Like in summary, she's a horse girl. Surprise, surprise. But they showed her winning Bloodlines. I don't think I finished that season.
You don't think you finished Bloodlines?
No, I think I gave up on it.
Really? Should you go rewatch it?
No. But they showed like the final 3, and I was sitting there and I was like, I don't think I've seen this. But I'm not mad about it. But yeah, Cara Maria's home turf. Did you watch CT's?
No, I haven't watched any of those.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on.
What? I mean, why, Andy? Let me go this route with you. After the shit they put out this season, why should we give back and help their view count for anything?
Because that's what we do. When the going gets tough, we keep going. We don't get going. We don't leave. We don't fight. We don't quit. At least I don't.
Oh my God, get out of here. So you're saying you just keep pounding?
I just keep pounding. As I've always said, in the midst of struggle, opportunity rises. Some people give in. Some people quit fighting. I'm not one of them. I'm going to keep on fighting. I'm going to keep on fighting.
I mean, I'll give you that. You have been all in this season. I think you've missed one episode only this season. So fair play to you. I know last season we were harder on you after you took your, what was the vacation? Cara and Polly's vacation extravaganza. I know you went on that a few times. You went to Fezzi Island the one time. Like, I know you were a little busy last season, but yeah, you've stepped up. Maybe a sleeper MVP for this season. Some
are saying that. I will say though, for those of you who didn't watch the Cara Maria thing, because we talked about that for a while last episode, it really is skippable. It is just one of those don't watch. talked about her, challenge career coming up, all that good stuff, but it was just not entertaining. She's just she went from being like a introverted horse girl to a weirdo CrossFit athlete. So blow my brains out.
Who's who is who's next on that?
I don't know.
Do you know like the list of people that they're going to have or no?
No, but I know I'm pretty sure they previewed Tori and fucking Big T.
Bro. Is Bananas doing one? Because I think I might watch that.
I hope so.
God. Anybody else? I don't know if I can. Off season's coming quick. All right. Segments tonight.
This day in challenge history.
The first segment of tonight is Twitter poll, X poll.
Ooh.
And you know what, Andy? I kind of like this new segment where what if we tweet out a question before the pod or during the pod and we reveal it as the first segment?
I ain't mad at that.
Maybe I'll throw that right now. Should we tweet? Yes or no? Should we answer a question? I don't know.
No. I like it though. I'm curious to see the results. What do we got?
Maybe what we should do, Andy, before I read it, maybe what we should do is have a viewer tweet out, or not tweet out, in the chat, kind of give us a question, and whatever us three agree on, that's the question of tonight.
Oh, I was gonna go one step even more way you're back. Throughout the episode, whoever tweets the question that we found the best, we start with that. So whoever tweets us during the episode a question that we want to discuss,
Okay.
we'll start with that, and then we'll still get the live chats, thoughts, and whatnot. But that's what I'm thinking. All right, results.
Cool. So after 38 minutes of being live, what's your guess? What's your percentage? We have 33 votes in 38 minutes right now.
I mean, I have to say no is the favorite. I would say percentage-wise, like not quite 80, maybe more than 75. I'm going to say 79.
I mean, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. 79. There's no way. There's no way. You look that up. There's no way. You are the worst. I'm done. I'm done with tonight's pod. That was so bad.
That was a good guess.
I'm done. I'm just tee this man up. Well, Andy spoilers Burge once again. I'm done. I'm done. All right. So yes, as Andy spoiled it for us, 79% of the vote is a no. Jay is not a good challenge competitor. So
That wasn't a spoil. You asked me a question and I nailed it.
I mean, that was just so stupid. All right. Next up, this day in challenge history.
Yeah. What do you got?
All right. So here's what I got. This day in challenge history. Which season premiered with 2 episodes?
Can I get a year or no?
I believe it was in the past 15 seasons.
War of the Worlds?
No.
2?
No.
2 episodes. Invasion?
Bang!
Come on.
Part 2 of the question, though.
Oh, God.
Who were the first 2 people to win?
Like the dailies?
I don't know. I didn't get that. Oh, no. Yeah, the dailies. Sorry.
Corey?
No.
Ashley?
No.
I'm trying to think of who were the non-champs in that season. Was Hunter one of them?
No.
Nelly T?
No.
Jesus Christ. Oh wait, was one of them somebody who hasn't been on the show since?
No.
Okay,
Wait.
one of them.
This might have been somebody's last season, but has done multiple. You know this person very well.
Leroy.
No.
I give up.
So you had Nicole, who won. I think she's been on another season. This person's brother has been on the pod.
Dario.
Dario picking up the dub. I think that was Dario's last season. I could be completely wrong, but I think it was.
That sounds right.
I don't know. I forget. Maybe that season I always get blended. Is that's before Dirty 30? But was he on Dirty? He might have been on Dirty 30 now that I think about it, but whatever.
Dario
The
beat
elimination.
players in the challenge.
The elimination. Who was the first person sent home? There's two people.
Have I said their name yet? As my guess is for the first question.
All four people, you have not said one of their names. Winners or losers. The losers, Marie and Finger Blast on the plane.
Bruno,
Gone
legend.
home. Over who beat Marie? I think she was on, I forget what season she was on. She's most famous, I think, for making out with Corey during this season.
Jenna?
No.
Anissa?
Tattoos? No. Tattoos on her arm?
Anissa?
No.
Oh, Nicole or oh my god, the girl who Bear was fucking around with?
No.
Who am I thinking of? What's that chick's name?
You're talking the blonde chick?
No. The dark-haired chick that Bear cheated on his girlfriend with.
Georgia?
No, dark hair. She
Kayla?
brought Kayla.
Yes, it was Kayla.
It was Kayla?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
God. All right, so who beat Bruno?
I don't know.
Honestly, I'm a little disappointed because can we please bring back Tony Raines?
God.
Tony Raines beating Bruno.
That's awesome.
And that was this day in challenge history.
Not so fast.
Arr?
I have a little this day in challenge.
Oh, come on.
So this day in challenge history, I don't know if you know, you haven't been on a while, but Challenge 2000 was on.
No fucking.
And this was, it's not a trivia question. This was a description for the episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Team morale is low for road rules, and Los is still missing. He returns the next day after cooling off. Meanwhile, spirits are high for Real World as they begin to get cocky over their consecutive wins. The cast is paid a visit by Piggy's former castmate, Kafia Hare, and are told they will be wrangling over 200 snakes for their next mission. Amaya rubs Veronica the wrong way for her cockiness and for kicking the snakes away from Road Rules. Road Rules ends up beating the other team easily. In a mini challenge, the teammates are instructed to perform a series of tasks in order to earn an additional $6,000. The Real World team begins to crumble when their losing streak causes frustration, while the Road Rule teams begin to bond more. It's the whole episode. And Los was still missing? Where'd he go?
I know you guys talked about it last week, and even the episode before when I was on. Who's Piggy?
Who's Piggy? Who's Los?
Also, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you guys bring up the little guy from Austin Powers last week?
Yes.
I mean, come on. I mean, didn't he get punted to the moon during that in Goldmember or something like that? Oh, God. Classic. He's the guy that is in he's in another movie too. Why am I blanking on it?
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh, come on. I'm done. All right. Anything else from this day in challenge history?
That's it.
All right. Do we have any other segments? Do we still do champ change or what was pole position? After MVP LVP tonight, I do want to do one last thing of predictions for the finals. So we'll do MVP LVP first, and then we'll get into kind of the predictions of the finale.
Okay.
So MVP LVP, you guys know what to do. First order that we get in the chat will be the order of the MVP LVP. Which Mikey the Doctor is the first, which we got Andy first, then Trev. Andy, take it away, MVP.
Okay. This has already kind of been alluded to, and could come back in episodes to come. But my MVP for tonight is going to be me. I am the only one on Stir the Pod who's all in. Alex misses an episode, I'm here. You miss an episode, I'm here. Doesn't matter. I'm all fucking in. And me alone.
Okay. Interesting pick. My MVP tonight. See, I can't just give it to myself. I'm a big we before me kind of guy. I'm a team player. Even during adversity.
You're a team player. You've been leaving your team high and dry countless times this season. That's
Not
you before we.
You know what? I think we should go back and check the tapes now. How many episodes? Who's done a solo pod when you guys were on a beach in Florida? So I don't want to fucking hear it right now. We before me. I'm 9 times out of 10 in. So don't give me that shit.
9 times out of 10. So in the past 10 episodes, you've only missed one episode?
I think it's how many
That's what you're saying.
Yes, I'll say that. I don't know. It's gonna be close.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm looking right now. 17 I was on, 16 I was not, 15 I was on, 14, 13, 12, 11 I did solo, 10 I was on, 9, 8 I was on, 7 I was on, 6 I was on, 5, 4 I was on. Wait, why is 3 combined with 4? 2. I missed 2 episodes this year. Last week in episode 2. I missed 2 episodes. I'm 15 out of 17. And I've done a solo
sounds like Corey and Nicole math.
You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, you've missed 2 episodes this year. You missed episode, I'm looking at it right now. You missed episode 5, and then I did a solo pod. So I don't want to fucking hear it about you being all in and all this stuff when we've missed the exact same number of episodes.
So my MVP for tonight's going to be Nerese.
No, there's no switching.
Whoa. Hand was still on the chest.
No. This is like the picks. Like, you're doing one bite. Everybody knows the rules. Once you give a score, you got to stick with it. Your MVP tonight is yourself.
Yes, I'm still fine with that.
For 15, I mean, that's bullshit.
In the past 2 weeks, there's been one person that's remained constant. Who is it?
I mean, come on. I'm done. All right. My MVP tonight is going to be Nerese. Nerese is the MVP this season. She is a beast. She's one of the best competitors we've had this season, let alone in the past couple of years. Like, this was a great performance. She's knocked out 4 people in the last 2 episodes. I mean, she's the dog. I hope to see her for the future. She is arguably the face of the female challengers for the next couple of years.
Michelle?
Who? All right. My LVP tonight. I could just be MVP. I mean,
you wouldn't dare.
Please. I mean, we're starting World War III over here right now. I mean, it would be kind of smirk if I gave you the LVP, but I'm not, because I'm we before me kind of guy. So my LVP is Alex. My LVP is Alex. This is one of the worst seasons for Alex. Me and Andy, we always joke around the Secret Alliance and all this crap. I will say this. I know Alex has had a hard time. He's got a new job. He's going back and forth. I think he's missed 5 episodes this season. I think out of all people, we need you, chat. And this is why he's the LVP. I need everybody in the chat. I need everybody listening to message his account, AlexBirds24, DM him, bring him back to us, please. We need you guys to bring him back home. Hashtag bring back Alex. We need him back. Please, please. He's my LVP tonight.
That's a great pick.
Andy, LVP.
And
please, you know who to pick. We got to keep, I think there's a streak going for somebody. We need to pick.
I think for my LVP, I'm kind of torn. I'm torn between two. My gut and my chest want to give it to Jay, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give it to Olivia. I think I gave it to her last week too, but after seeing that this was the last episode before the final, she makes one fucking move. It's not even like a power move. It's not like deceiving. Like, it's not like she had some mastermind thing. She was handed a perfect opportunity on a silver platter to get her and Nerys and Horacio and Kylan to the final, and she fucked it up. And now we're seeing that, like, it was right around the corner, and she totally dropped the ball. And now she's gone. So she fucked up in terms of, like, protecting her people, and now she's gone. So I got to give it to Olivia. These last couple weeks have just been miserable, and she looks like she's been crying through it all and just annoying.
Good pick. I think Jay, honorable mention, LVP, obviously. I think honorable mention, chest bumps, one of the worst things I've ever seen.
But Mariah was included in that, so sign me up. It did look, if you noticed, though, when they chest bumped Mariah, Jay and Emmanuel, like, flew off. It was almost like a trampoline. So I don't know if that's the silicone or what, but they were, I think production had to take care of them.
All right. Well, I think there's one thing left to do tonight.
That's talk final.
It's finale prediction times. And how do we want to do this? Should we just kind of say who we think is going to win, or should we kind of go in order of who's left? I think we just kind of pick a winner and a last place. Like, who's kind of the favorite, or should we say the favorite or the person that we think is going to win?
Both.
Okay.
I think we do who we think's going to win, who we want to win, and who we think's going to be last.
Huey?
He was on the show.
No, Huey was. Huey was too, I guess. All right. So, Andy, we'll start off with you. Who do you think? We'll do kind of a snake again. Who do you think is going to win this season?
Can we get a reminder of who's left? Not, for me, but for the IWLs.
You definitely have no idea. All right. So, left right now, Jay, Emmanuel. Can you write these down now?
No, I'm taking notes on something else.
Jay, Emmanuel, Mariah, Colleen, Berna, Corey.
Holy shit.
In the race.
This is what I'm saying. This is the fucking Rat Pack. We're going to the final with the Rat Pack.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Correct me. I think Berna made a final, right?
I don't know. Is this her second season?
Has anybody seen a final?
Didn't Berna have braces? Did Berna have braces this season?
It all blends together. All right. So who do you think, if you want me to repeat them again for you, I can.
I got him.
Who do you think is going to win this season?
Call me crazy. Nerys.
Interesting. Más o menos. Interesante.
And we can do you want to discuss now, or do you want to give your picks and then we'll discuss?
Well, the problem I have with your pick.
Well, we'll just go rapid fire while we're doing this person.
Okay.
So for Nerys, She's won 2 must-win eliminations. I think she's probably got the best combination of endurance and brains of the remaining cast members.
Okay. Why your pick is interesting is because it is both my winner and who I want to win. Like,
All right, so we'll snake back to my one win, who's also Nuri's.
God, here's the thing. It's like I look at this. Nerissa has kind of seen what these puzzles and everything like that is going to be about the most.
Yep.
She's not the best endurance long runner than long distance runner. God, I can't even talk. Than some of the competitors. But if you're average, if you're good, and you're better at like these puzzles and stuff like that, that's all the challenge is these days, are these goddamn puzzles. I just don't know who's going to be her. Like, out of that list, like, I don't think it's going to be Berna because of the puzzles. Colleen, same thing. I mean, we don't even need to talk about Mariah and Jay, or Mariah and Corey. Jay and Emmanuel are the only people that come even close. And I'm not picking Jay because Jay's never ran in a final. And Jay, in the history of Jay's running in finals, have not been good either. So it leaves Emmanuel, which he's a wild card, but I don't see him that good either. Like, what has he done this season?
Nothing. None of these people have done anything other than Nurys winning 2 must-win eliminations.
Against really good competitors.
Yes. And Emmanuel, I just don't know if he's smart. I don't think he is because I think he looks like a drug addict.
Well, and that's the thing. I could see him getting second, but I could see him the first person gone. Like, and
Yes.
I think I'd lean more towards that because I just don't know.
The problem with Jay is like in the final, it is you, yourself, and I. That's it. Like, even if you get paired up with people, which they, periodically do, it is all about how far can you push yourself. And this season has proven that Jay is nothing without an army of people willing to do all his dirty work, like the movie. And he's just kind of a mental little bitch. And like, you have to be mentally strong to win a final. And I think Nurys is. Nurys sent home her, I don't know if it's current boyfriend or guy she was hooking up with, sent him home, came back, sent home 2 more. She's got the fuck you mentality going into this.
And I think she's got to be the person with the most, like, ammo, the most, like, guns blazing. Like, she has nothing to lose anymore, and she's got the most confidence going.
Ammo's not on this season, but he feels like he should be. Or
no,
it feels like it should be. I don't know.
Enough. So I really do think Nurys is going to win. And if she does, that's huge. That's huge.
It is big. But here's the thing. There are 6 other options.
Oh, come on. So I guess all 4 of the picks were the exact same. Like, if we were to pick somebody next, who would it be?
So, yeah, our top 3, I'm going Nurys, Emmanuel, James. Or, sorry, Jay.
I think Jay out for me, and I'm throwing a dark horse in there. I like Emmanuel. I like that pick. High risk, high reward kind of pick. The other person I'd pick, believe it or not, and maybe it's because of the eating challenge, because there's going to be an eating portion. We all know that, is Colleen. Just another wild card. You don't know. Like, why not?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's the thing. You could tell me just about any combination of these 7 and give me this is the final 3. And I mean, I believe you because like we have nothing to base it against. None of them have done anything.
Yeah.
Maurice is the only person who's won. So like, is Corey good? I don't think so. Who's his partner? I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to me that this final has only one person that has seen elimination.
who's really done anything on the competitive side of things.
Yeah. So I don't know. And I don't know, chat, no spoilers or anything. Does anybody know how long of a finale this is? Is it 1 part or 2 part or 3 parts?
I would say probably 2. They tried that whole 3-part bullshit, and Anissa didn't even get out the gate without breaking her ankle. Have there been, and I'm just looking at the list that I already had pre-written down. Between the 7 of them, are there 2 daily wins? Jay with 1, Berna with 1?
I have no idea. I seriously, I have no idea what the dailies.
I don't remember Emmanuel or Mariah or Colleen or Corey ever winning and having power.
There's got to be one time when they were in a group, like a team of 7 or something. Like there has to have been. But
You're right. All right, who do we think is going to get last?
First person eliminated? Mariah. I think she was carried this entire way, and now it's going to be exposed. And I really don't even think it's going to be close. So
it could be close. I don't know. Like Corey stinks, Colleen stinks, Berna stinks, Jay stinks.
It's really a lose win. So, I mean, I don't know. Going to be interesting.
But yeah, so we're in lockstep. We think Nerys is going to win. We want Nerys to win, and we think Mariah is going to finish last.
Absolutely. So, anything else from tonight's episode?
I mean, you do not want to go home now. Me and you made it to the final. Alex got sent home early. So I'm glad we could do it. It's going to be an honor running a final with you. We made it through this season, and now we just have to conquest.
All right, little housekeeping note. I've seen it in the chat a few times. When is this this Adam Mito's podcast? Honestly, boys, if I'm being straight up with you, next week is supposed to be the Adam Mito's podcast. The solo pod. We've been waiting for it. He claimed he was all in. He's clearly not all in. He's bailing. He said he's out next week. He's not doing it. So we're kind of stuck because it's like, do we have to rise to the occasion again and do a pod, or like what the fuck's going to be the plan? Like I really don't know what we should do. I don't want to bail on you guys because I'm available and I will do the podcast. But Adam's got to be held accountable. Like we all agree on that, right?
So I've got 2 thoughts, Trev. First and foremost, next week's Valentine's Day. And there's only one person I could think of that I would want to be my Valentine. And it's not you.
Oh, come on. I'm out.
It is the collective of the AWLs.
The all WLs.
So, as always, and why I am the MVP for tonight is I am committing to being back next week again on Valentine's Day. Someone's got to do it. Might as well be me. So I think we just 2-man it. And I think we say from here moving forward, and me, you, and Alex, the full board can discuss if he's still on the board. That's part of our next meeting. I think we can institute a rule that Adam is no longer welcomed on the pod until he does a solo pod.
Wow.
It can be in the off season. We can actually discuss that. But that's what my first thought went to.
And you know what? Just because we're only going to spend 2-3 minutes on this right now because we care about you guys. Let's discuss about it right now. If it is an off-season pod, I think it would have been worse to do a pod on this season. So I think the punishment's got to be really bad. Chat, what do you think a punishment should be if he does in the off-season? I have a suggestion right now. I think 45-minute minimum. Adam has to do a Legends Tour pod on Anissa.
I'm in.
I think if he doesn't step up next Wednesday, that's the punishment.
I knew that's where your head was going, so that's where mine was, but I couldn't think of who would be a good person to do it. And Nice is fucking perfect.
Yeah, I think that is the perfect person for a Legends Tour. Plenty of seasons, 45 minutes minimum. Very Hank stand-up ask.
I'm in. And again, until that happens, he's not welcome back on Stir the Pod live broadcast.
Should we block him on the chat too? I think we can block him.
No, I think he can still participate in the chat, but if he wants to be an honorary member of Stir the Pod, even though our RWLs are as well, but they're actually not even honorary. They're part of us. That's what he's got to do.
Ooh, can't bring up Wes
Yes.
at all.
Yes, also true. Great point, Mikey the Doctor.
Only I think he should be able to bring up Wes in reference. Listen. In reference to she was on this season if he's naming the cast or some bullshit.
No, I think
No?
Wes is a 4-letter word that he is strictly not allowed to say.
4-letter word, Wes?
Yes, it's a phrase.
Oh.
Get cultured.
All right. Anything else? Any other housekeeping notes?
No,
We
I
made
love
it. So it might be us next week for part 1 of the finale. It could be Adam Meadows. We don't know. More than likely, it's going to be this tag team duo. What else is new? Just me and Andy running the ship. What else is new? So,
Just like we did back in our BMFEP days.
oh, come on, founding fathers, challenge historians. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to a brand new Stir the Pod episode. You can follow us on Twitter. Andy, what's the Twitter?
Stir the Pod. You can follow us on Instagram at stir_the_pod. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Shout out Duffy. Bye-bye.
Pretty good outro. You heard it there from Andy. Adios, GG's. Good night.